To start off, you will need 1 cup of long grain rice, 3 Roma tomatoes, 2 cloves of garlic, 1/2 of a small onion. I'm also going to be using green onion, which is optional, and a couple sprigs of cilantro, that is also optional. I'm also using 1 cup of water and 1 chicken flavored bouillon cube. I'm going to go ahead and toss that into the hot water and let it dissolve. You could also use 1 cup of chicken broth. Okay, to start off with, I'm going to be making my own tomato puree, and I've just roughly chopped the Roma tomatoes, I've smashed the garlic, and now I'm just going to blend both of them. And I'm also adding a 1/4 cup of water to get things moving around in the blender. Now you could just as easily use a small can of tomato sauce, but I like the fresh flavor of tomatoes. So now I'm just going to pour this into a measuring cup because ultimately I want to end up with 2 cups of liquid. So here I have right over a cup of liquid, and I'm also going to be adding the cup of chicken broth. So that'll give me combined a little over 2 cups, which is perfect for 1 cup of rice, because a good ratio of rice to liquid is 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of liquid. So here I have my 2 cups of liquid. Okay, now I'm going to toast the rice. Here I have a preheated pan with a couple tablespoons of vegetable oil. And now I'm going to add my cup of rice, and I'm going to slowly toast it. You do not want to do this on high heat. The heat that I have is a low to medium heat, and you want to do it over a longer period of time to make sure all the rice gets toasted evenly. So I'll be doing this for about 10 minutes. Now my rice is evenly toasted. So next I am going to add the chicken broth tomato puree mixture. And just to be sure that there was enough liquid, I added another 1/4 cup of water to my tomato puree just to make sure there's enough to make the rice bloom. So now I'm going to add this in a very hot pan, and of course there is steam. So if you want to cook rice and exfoliate your skin, guess what? This is the perfect way to do it. So now I'm just going to carefully mix that in. You don't want to overmix the rice because it'll make it a little too mushy towards the end. So now I'm also going to add ground cumin. This is optional because I do have people in my family that actually don't like the taste of cumin, but I think it's a must in Mexican rice. So I'm going to add probably just less than 1/8 of a teaspoon, just a couple shakes. I'm also going to be adding some ground black pepper, and just a quick tip, when you're mixing in your seasonings, once your liquid and rice is in the pan, just kind of do the top. You don't want to disturb the rice too much. Next, I'm going to toss in big chunks of onion. I love onion. If you don't, you can leave it out, but I like to leave it in big chunks because my kids don't like it, so I can just, take it out and give them rice without onion. I'm also going to add the couple sprigs of cilantro, which is optional, and I also like to add some spring onion. Okay, so now I'm going to cover this with the lid, and as you can see, it's already up to a low boil, which is good. I'm going to cover it, and now I'm going to lower my heat. This is important. You want to make sure that once you bring it to a boil and cover it, you turn it down. If not, it'll burn. So I'm turning this to a very low heat, and it'll give it a nice consistent low boil, and I'm going to let this simmer covered for 15 to 18 minutes. and try not to lift the lid. It has been exactly 15 minutes, I timed this, so now I'm lifting my lid, and voila, my rice is done. It is absolutely perfect. All the ingredients and measurements for this recipe will be listed in the description box below. I hope you give this recipe a try, I hope you like it, and thanks for watching!